Again, so sorry. The Wi-Fi in this hospital is so bad. I am so sorry. I am back. So sorry. The Wi-Fi in this hospital is so bad. So back into my cancer story. So, as I renamed this Hope in the Darkness because I really feel like that is a really fitting name for what I'm going through right now. So, yeah. Um, so I'm just gonna start at the beginning with my cancer story. Um, so I was diagnosed on June 4th. My parents were on the way to celebrate my sister's birthday, and um, they had you know what, actually I'm gonna skip ahead to what the last video had in it. So, anyways, so quick speed through on what I've already talked about. So I was diagnosed June 4th, and then I came up to the floor and I met some of my nurses, and pretty much I went to sleep. So that is where we stopped. So now let us get into what else I already experienced. So the next day, they pretty much came in and said, "You have cancer." They pretty much talked to my parents about pretty much all the different treatments I'd be having, all of the all the treatments I'd be having, all of the medicines I'd be taking, and then all of the surgeries I'd be having. So the doctors just went over that I'd be having spinal taps, bone marrow biopsies, blood draws, IV placements, and then I had my line put in. So this is a central line. It is a line that's leading up through my shoulder and into some pulmonary arteries leading to my heart. And so this is my pole. This is Petey. He has been my best friend through this whole journey. I am constantly hooked up to him. He is someone that I always have to be on. Petey, I always have to be connected to him, and he, I guess, is a lifesaver. He gives me my fluids when I'm dehydrated, and he gives me all my medicines, and he's just been a really big, I guess, factor in this whole cancer journey. So yeah. But the doctors came in, they told us about all those different things I'd have to be having, and then they kind of talked to us about the side effects of my chemo. My chemo included hair loss, as you guys can see. Hair loss, nausea, coughing, some respiratory stuff, and then fevers. Pretty much that, and then I would get lightheaded if oxygen wasn't getting to my brain. So a normal person, I'm now gonna compare my levels and my oxygen levels, my blood levels when I first got into the hospital, and then where I am now. So when I first got into the hospital, my hemoglobin was 4. My red blood cells were at I think 35. My platelets were at 104, and my ANC was, I think, 50 or 60. And right now, my hemoglobin is 9.4, my platelets are 25, my ANC is 28, and my red blood cell count is 2.4. So if you just think about the change from when I first got here to where I am now is such a big difference. And it's so crazy the amount of just change that there is. So first of all, I'm going to talk about my hemoglobin, and my hemoglobin was hemoglobin is what's carrying oxygen through your blood, and hemoglobin also is what makes your blood red. And so the hemoglobin was really, really low, which means I didn't have much oxygen. which caused the passing out that I had when I was at home. I would pass out a lot, or I would fall over, or like my legs would just collapse. And that was because of the hemoglobin, like, and how low it was, because there wasn't very much oxygen leading to my brain. So there was that issue. And then my red blood cell count was really, really low, which was a really, really bad thing. And then my platelets weren't a big deal because they clot my blood, and they were still pretty high. They're pretty low now because of the chemo, and the chemo just murders my platelets, which is crazy because you think that those would like rise, or those would like get more powerful fighting against the chemo, but that's not how it works. So they went really low, as well as my red blood cell count, but my white blood cell count went down when I had my chemo, and then it goes up when I'm producing more cells in my bone marrow that are making more cells for my body. My ANC is my absolute neutrophil count, which is how much, I guess, immune system I have. And currently I only have 28,000 ANC cells. So I don't have that much neutrophil. Like, you guys will probably have 5,000, probably like 50,000, 60,000. Like, you would have a lot of ANC. Whereas I have absolutely like no ANC. Like, it is really dangerous for me to go out in the world right now, just during all this COVID stuff, all of this, just I could if I got a common cold, it could be fatal. And so it's crazy, the amount of stuff that is just dangerous on my part. It's crazy. So far, do any of you guys have any questions? I don't think so. All right. So, yeah. Whoever is here, just comment what we would like to do, because I can do a room tour. I can talk about my cancer a little bit more, whatever you want to hear. So I am just going to talk a little bit about my room and what I do on a daily basis. So mainly, sorry, my sister almost fell over. Normally, me and my sister will play Mario Kart, or we'll play video games at night. I do watch a good amount of Netflix. In the hospital, I do a lot of online shopping. Riley's trying to give me advice. Yeah, so I will say that cancer is hard, and it definitely pushes my limits sometimes, but it has turned me into who I am today. It has made me more positive. It has made me stronger as a human being. It has made me more connected with my family. It has made me more connected with the Lord, and it has helped me make so many new friends. And cancer may be a horrible thing, and I mean, it is. It's a disease, but it can also change lives for the better and for the worse. So, I mean, it's crazy the amount of good that came from this cancer, and it has truly changed my life. Like, when I get out of the hospital, I want to help as many people as possible, and I want to be able to come back to the hospital. My plan is, when I get my stem cells, it's going to be called my cell day. So it's going to be kind of like my birthday, because I'm getting new cells, which is kind of, I guess, bringing me back to life. But it's going to be my cell day. So now I'm going to have 2 birthdays. I'll have my birthday and my cell day. And I want to do every year on my cell day, when I can, is to get stuffed animals and gifts and bring them up to this floor and give them to the inpatients that are in this hospital. And I really just want to bless them. And I want to give each and every one of the nurses a hug and a gift for all that they've done for me. They have actually truly changed my life. And what are you doing? I'm just watching. But these nurses and these doctors have really changed my life. They saved me. They really saved my life. And I'm now going to talk about my stem cell transplant, which is what I'm going to be going to October 1st. Fingers crossed. October 1st should be my transplant date. I will be getting the excessive chemo then, and I probably won't be able to post because I'll be feeling pretty poorly. But after that, I should be able to post a lot because I'm going to be so bored. So you guys will be getting a lot of live streams now that I figured out how to do it. So yeah, cancer has definitely been hard, but it's nothing that I can't fight. It's nothing that I can't stay positive through. And it's crazy. It's just really crazy. The fact that I came into this and I was angry, I was scared, and I didn't know what to expect. And I didn't know the friends that I would meet, the amount of just care and love that I would receive, and just the amount of just love from all the nurses and all of our friends and family. But anyways, I'm going to be talking about transplant next and just about how that's all going to work. So I'm going to be going over to transplant October 1st. I will be getting my transplant itself October 7th because it's going to be like a bag on my PD pole. It'll be just like this, and it'll just go through my tube and into my central line. And then my body should adjust to it. My body should fight it a little bit. But the cells should overpower my cells, and then it will give me pretty much a whole new healthy immune system. The downside is my immune system will be pretty weak, which means I really won't be able to go out in public for a couple months. I'll be like a newborn baby pretty much. I'll look like one. I'll have the immune system of one. But I will have to get all my immunizations that I got when I was a baby and throughout the years of my childhood. I'm going to have to be getting all of those immunizations because I'm not going to have those with the new immune system. So I'm going to have to get all those redone. So after my stem cell and after I'm better and I'm not like throwing up every day and I'm just, on the meds, I will go home and I will be home and I will be coming to the hospital every 2 days every week to get my blood drawn and to get like blood transfusions, platelet transfusions, and just different medicines that I would need. I would be getting my shots. And after my transplant, they could take my line out, but it depends. They will either take your line out if you feel like you couldn't handle being poked 24, like all the time. And I don't like being poked. I don't like shots. I don't like blood draws. So I asked them to keep my line in for a while, just so they don't have to poke me every time I go to the hospital. So they'd probably leave it in until I only have to get my blood drawn once a week or once a month. And then they'd probably take my line out and I would be able to swim again. I'd be able to take a shower again. Don't get me wrong, I bathe. I just have to cover it up with this whole AquaGuard thing and tape it up, and it's just annoying and it takes so much work. So I'm really excited for when I can get my line out, but I know that it takes a lot of patience and it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of effort and it takes a lot of bravery. So it is definitely something that is going to take positivity, my glass half full kind of personality, and my family. So yeah, and I may live stream a little bit tomorrow while I'm with my family, while we are having a picnic together. I don't know yet, so no promises, but I might do that. We're going to be going outside and we're going to be playing with the dogs, so I may live stream just for a couple minutes and let you guys see my family and my dogs before I spend time with them. It won't be very long, and I'm not 100% sure that that's going to happen. It's just because tomorrow will be the first time I'm seeing my dad and my sister in like a month and a half, and I've missed them, and I just can't wait to see them. So I don't know yet, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. I will be doing one again soon, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.